Doom, 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 doom. Well, hello everyone, I am Blue, Spade, and of course with me, Greeny, and Pecan. Oh, what's this? What's this? Oh yeah, that's my sexy ass, hardcore championship, and they're protecting it and they're watching it for me. I know where you live, Fallen. You live in a cabin. Okay, everyone, though. This is a few days removed from Rising Empire, which is why I've been given permission to do this Q&A with all of you. Unannounced Q&A, because I wanted to explain a few things, answer some questions that you guys may have, and talk about my match with the Fallen, which was our Rising Empire. If you didn't get it. So, first of all, if you haven't watched the show, go watch Rising Empire, because I'm gonna spoil a few things for all of you. First of all, let's just talk about this feud in general with the Fallen. My favorite feud I've ever done. I think it was planned out basically perfectly. We worked really hard. It was really a combined effort from me, the general manager, and the Fallen. First of all, when the main plans behind the feud was, I wanted to do something with the Fallen, and I wanted to do a long-term storyline, because first of all, it was BRD Mania, and basically, the long-term plan, no, I'm not the general manager. Blue Spade. But basically, the long-term plan was I wanted someone to, because I always felt like there was something off in a lot of Fallen's feuds. I felt like a lot of people were not taking him as seriously as they should. And like, he has one of the best characters, if not the best character in BRD history. Yet, every time his big feuds, there's something happen. So I wanted, because, I was there always there every week, and there was never a week I missed besides there was like a snowstorm, like last year when BOD was kind of getting more off the ground. So, basically, I wanted to make a feud with the general manager and the Fallen where basically the Fallen can look really strong, and I can start building more upon the multiple personality gimmick, where I can basically, because one of the ideas was, okay, every match, I would do a new character. Bring back the Painkiller at the end. Well, hello. How are you? Basically, the Painkiller will come back at the end, and it'll be the whole build feud was when the Fallen faces the Painkiller. And there was multiple ideas of who will win what match, but, breaking kayfabe, of course. But the long-term thing, Painkiller, Fallen. Who's the toughest opponent? The Fallen. The Fallen at Rising Empire, go watch it. But I think the biggest worry was, no matter how we built the matches, was could we outdo each other every time? And the trios of matches that I put on with him will be remembered. Big matches, B1 Mania was big. This match is big. Heat Wave was big. And it just kept getting better, and I was so glad I got to do it. The second ever CT Street Fighter match I created, that's not just a gimmick. I created that match. First match with, of course, Rex Silva, which was one of my favorite matches until I did this match. So, sorry Rex Silva, if you're watching this. I mean, we got a call involved with that one. That was fun. I was told not to do that by so many people. I think one of the biggest parts of this match, though, talking more about Rising Empire, was the fact. Listen. Okay, multiple people can have builds, not just me and the general manager, okay? Listen, multiple people can have similar voices. Pay attention to the general manager and Rex Silva. They actually have very similar voices. Also, I did a segment, because everyone keeps thinking this, with the general manager, It was in January, I believe, or February. I was actually on camera with the general manager. We are not related whatsoever. I mean, we're breaking K-pop, okay, we're related, but we're not in the same person. I think by the way, favorite things, we finally got to reveal that me and Rex Silver are related, which was great. But, what was it going on about? Something, I don't know. I think one of my favorite parts of the match was basically being real. I got the permission to, because I was thinking about retiring, at least for a few month period. And, because, I didn't need the permission. I was almost going to say I got permission, but I could leave at any time if I really want to. But, so basically, I didn't know what I was going to do until, the last minute of the match. I was getting, his finisher, several times. I was like, okay, even if I want, there was nothing to do. I was just probably okay, retire, had fun. And then it was just nah, I can't, just can't. And then I, did the DDT. We had the backup plan if I did want to win. Broke the skull. And yeah. But, it was a really good match. I think only things I didn't do right in the match, I threw the pan and missed, but I grabbed the chain real quick. And I wanted to land on my back, but I couldn't get the gravity was going by so fast when I take off your max. Why would I take off my max? Are you gonna ask Rey Mysterio to take off his max? Who would ever agree to take off their max? You gotta think about that one. But, basically, when I jumped from the shed, I couldn't get momentum to my back. It was straight to my feet, so I couldn't, do this. Wow, I couldn't have the same hair. You can't even see the back of my hair. I can't see my hair. In a max match, yeah, I mean, I could. If I ever do it and lose, you will see my face is not similar. But until then, I gotta keep the max on, okay? It's part of the gimmick. My gimmick's actually multiple max. But Silva, I see you over there. Wanna join Solitaire real quick? So, watching that max, a Rising Empire, what did you think?
Which match? I was watching it as it was happening, and honestly, I was actually getting very concerned at some points.
They're claiming you're the Fallen now.
What?
You were in a match with the Fallen before.
Speaking of me and the Fallen, I've actually been suggesting maybe in the future for me and the Fallen to do a feud.
So you guys will see soon. Listen, we'll talk to the general manager. We'll get them in a segment. If it hasn't happened yet. I think it did.
It has.
It has? Okay.
I'm almost certain. Yeah, I was watching the match, and I was looking for my cue to come out. And when he was done with the match, and I was like, holy shit, I needed to go get readies and Black Parts ready. And then not only that, I was like, last minute, I was like, holy fuck, I need to go find his max.
Yeah, so they can, because Fallen didn't bring them out. He was supposed to bring them out.
So I didn't know where he would put the maxes, so I had to go find these maxes in order to do this segment, to do the finish right with him finally getting his maxes back, or else we would have to, right away in the next week be like, okay, he just got them back. But so I was supposed to take them and give them to him after the match, but I had to go literally find them backstage. So I was just running around frantically.
Yeah, trying to find them.
So it's like one or two people started trying to ask me questions, and I was like, listen, I can't talk right now.
Do a tag team match. Fallen and General Manager versus Blue Stain Looks at see. I was supposed to the Fallen, Blood Ritual, Oh, that's a sexy match. But take his max off. Would you do that?
That's just disrespectful, in my opinion. No
But
offense.
General Manager would never team with the Fallen. They've had a few. The General Manager doesn't like to get in the ring.
At least suggest something like a realistic idea.
Yeah, it's just us versus Blood Witcher. Come on, man. Come on. Gotta suggest these things. But I'm happy. I finally got to do my feud with the Fallen. Who is a bitch? I assume the General Manager is a bitch. General Manager is a bitch. Screw the General Manager. Screw. I hope. Watch. Hey guys, real quick. Be careful of the swearing, because I think there is a rule on YouTube where you can get it, where the entire chat can be taken down. So we gotta be careful to swear, because there's even like we can't say the us on camera. Last minute standing match. Ooh,
Me and him. I'll do it.
I'm always down to do it. We were always like trying to get to do a match.
That's why, weird enough, our first match against each other was like teaming while we were still on the same team, because we really that badly wanted to finally just do a match against each other.
The Fallen Max off just like you did too, Boost. Take the Fallen's max. He did steal my max. That would be fair.
He did do a match, his max match in December?
Yes, it was Frostbite against Twisted Juster. It was actually a pretty good match. They took out a saw at one point. The extreme stuff that's been done in the past year in BYWE.
I was dragged by a moped at one point.
I was thrown on a firework.
It's a fun time here.
Oh yeah, very fun time. But yeah, it's been. I think one of my favorite things, the good moments that was not in my max, was when we got finally team up with Red Ace again. Red Ace, who got to become king. And I was like talking to GM. I was like several times. I think I posted on my Instagram story that I was trying to get him. You know where you want to take Smacks off? Yeah, I do want to take the Fallen Smacks off. Realistically, no. Unless he agreed, I won't take it off.
The point is, like, there's being nothing for the Fallen to do once he loses.
I dare you to. Oh, I got dared to do it. Okay, if I was dared to do it, the sister said you're cute, Wax Silver. Ooh, Wax Silver, you got called a cutie. You're a cutie, Wax Silver.
I can't respond. I'm not going to respond to that. Dude.
No. We got Cat Shane Dawson, Wax Silver right here. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Red Ace finally joining back in Solitaire after over a year. I've been so excited. We've been trying to get him to join, but he's such a good heel. And that's why I never thought you would rejoin Solitaire. Your heel one was still to a lot of people's favorite heel ones.
I did like being a heel, and I do one day think I will be heel again. It's just a lot of my gimmick is such a babyface based gimmick now, and especially with how much pride stuff I use for my character, I feel like it'd be weird to be a heel again, despite the fact I really want to.
Yeah. Though we gotta talk. One of you two going for the tag team titles.
Greenie is a former, at least 2-time Titan champion?
Yeah, I believe so. Someone just realized that over a year later in the locker room. When you guys use Lobos, are they really painful? Twisted Justice versus Painkiller Blue Spade? Ooh. Hi. Oh, hi. Low blows? There was one or twice that they were real, and they did hurt.
That was when
it depends on who does them, if they're safe or not. Painkiller Blue Spade versus Twisted Jester in a match? Oh, I wanted that. I really. Are they fake? Well, I mean, like, I don't mean to be mean, but wrestling is kind of fake.
The best Lobos are the ones that are accidental.
Oh yeah. He told me, he's like, are you gonna wear your regular shirt before doing it? That would be a brutal. Me versus Twitch Jester. That would be a destructive match, to say the least.
Possibly deserving of the third CT Street fight?
Oh my god. That would be great. Yo, hello. CT Street fight. Painkiller versus Twisted Jester, I would watch that match.
I would have to watch that match.
Yeah, you would.
Unless you're going to accuse me of being the Twisted Jester next.
Aren't you?
I
thought you were.
I wanted to, at one point, I knew somebody who was going to do a clown gimmick, and he was suggesting, like, he didn't end up debuting, but he was suggesting I should be a clown, like, he should make me a clown with mind games, and we would be a clown tag team.
Would you ever do a crossover match?
What does that mean?
I have seen backyard wrestlers that I would want to do a match with. We sometimes sit and watch backyard wrestling, and regular wrestling, of course. There's a few wrestlers. Who was I suggesting the other day? I think you versus Kip Sabian. Because I feel like you guys have that similar cockiness. Or Sammy Guevara.
Oh, I bring back my heel cockiness for that, man. I'll bring back the mirrors. I'll bring back everything in order to do that feud.
The Fallen's supposed to guest referee. But I've been trying to get for over a year the Fallen to be a referee.
See, the thing is, the Fallen's a fun guy outside of the ring, so he would do it. It's just he and the GM and a lot of people are cautious about characters like that breaking character. He was going to do it for one match when he was not doing much at that point, but it didn't end up happening, and yeah. I don't think at this point he can do it.
I just thought of a really good idea, though. BYDE. If I suggest this, fans, we should try to annoy the general manager to get it. A triple threat CT street fight. Me as a Painkiller, the Fallen versus Twisted Jester, triple threat. Worst injury I have got. Worst injury. Currently now, I have a lower back injury from the superplex onto a pile of chairs. And then I got a lower back injury for the most part of a few months when Barbarian Baxton threw me onto my face and chest and my back went all the way back. And that hurt for a while. And if you've seen the anime, I took it really easy. That was the worst injury I've gotten. What was your worst injury?
Earlier this year when my arm or elbow was hyperextended, and that hurt for quite a while, and luckily I don't do too many power moves, but it affected a lot of my matches.
Do you ever mess up a move?
All the time.
Yes. Yes. We mess up moves regularly, like, it's so hard not to. Yes, for Hardcore Champion. Yeah.
I think the same for your triple threat match for the Hardcore title.
Ooh. Yes, for the Hardcore title. Me, Twisted Jester, The Fallen, in just regular matches in general. This is like, if we can get that for at least a point blank, the three of us, but also if we can get it to be a CT street fight, that would have to be BYD Mania 3 worthy.
Maybe even do Fatal 4-Way with Kato.
Kato added involved as well? Yes.
It'll be good that that's happening. I know this has nothing to do with either of us, but Kato versus the Fallen on like a big stage would be actually kind of cool.
Kato versus Fallen?
Yeah.
I don't think... When was the last time they've ever even did a match? Was it just like a regular show? Definitely not special event.
Which one I'm saying?
How about 3 stages of... Yes, triple threat 3 stages of hell match.
Has there ever been a triple threat for 3 stages of hell?
I don't know, but it would be cool. The real question is, what happens if each person wins a stage of that match?
Bullshit.
Overtime 3 stages of hell match?
Oh my god.
Dude, what if we had each person pick one of the stages? Dude, that would be awesome.
I wonder what... My more true question now would be, what would be the stage you would pick?
What stage would I pick? Oh, God. I think I would have to be a tables match. Because that's like a dream match type thing. And that's why I invented the mirror match. Because we thought... You did. Was it me and you, or...?
Yeah. I think... It was based off of a joke I made when I was debuting that I kept suggesting this concept of a mirror match, and it never happened until we went to a store and there was a lot of mirrors on sale, and you were like, we can finally do a meal match. Then we're like, what would we even do for it? Then
Yeah.
I think you came up with the full concept of what the meal match would be.
But someone wants to see a Hell in a Cell match in BYD. Listen, I know the general manager and a few of the roster members have been trying for a very long time. I hope it can happen. They've always trying to figure out ideas. If we can see it, it would be awesome. I hope...
it's a lot of wrestlers' dream matches.
My dream match is an Elimination Chamber or a Duff match. I've been trying. The Duff match was always something I want to do, and that's why I invented the CT Street Fight, was a safer variation of a Duff match.
Not to speak for somebody, but Red Ace's dream match for a while he wanted to do, not probably his most favorite match, but he kept wanting to do actually the Cabin of Desolation match for quite a while, and he finally got to do that this year, so he's been doing a lot of cool stuff of late.
Okay, we see a First Blood match. Yes, I always want to, but it makes it hard. You should do a First Blood match. A strap match, yes. That's all. We have a variation with a chain. A GTS Wrestling did it, yes. And I feel like BYD will eventually do a Duff match. We just need the right storyline. EBW versus BYW is...
I don't know every company off the back of my head.
Yeah, if you really look, there's thousands of companies. We'll look into this EBW. I think...
Are you from EBW? Is that a challenge?
I think the general manager, a kendo stick match, ooh, that would be nice. That would hurt so bad. I think the general manager said recently, the problem is, because everyone wants to do a crossover, the problem is travel time, getting from there to da is hard. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just always, get a wrestler to there and back,
My dream match? I wanted to do another match with Greenie.
You did.
I want to do another one. I've been wanting
My dream match, though, I've said this for over a year. If more than a Duff match, actually, and I want to do one, is Solitaire Fatal 5-Way. EBW in New Jersey. That's not too far.
Not too far.
Someone else is saying it's a great company. Well, look, hey, I think, I know a lot of us watch wrestling companies, so I think maybe it's possible that other people watch, you know what I mean? We'll look into it and see if we can get this done. New Jersey's not too far. Probably at the Virus. Viruses are, travel bans actually are pretty strict in Connecticut, so I don't know yet, but maybe in the future. EBW in Michigan. Ooh. I know someone in Michigan. Maybe. Michigan, I don't think it's too far, but, other wrestlers. I agree.
Me and Greenie should go for the tag team titles. I think Greenie wants your hardcore title, though.
Hey, no, Greenie, no. But yeah, I think USEMEBW Storm.
You know what? I think at this point you guys are putting random letters together.
I think they'll start out for the 5-Way. This is what we've all been waiting. Me, you, Cyclone, Red Ace, Black of Hearts in a Fatal 5-Way match. It's the dream of all of us. We've been trying to get it for a long time. Hi. I think we can figure it out. The biggest question is, should Greenie join this match as well? They've been sad recently since Spade Jr. joined completely ready and prepared. My dream match, actually, I've always wanted to do a match with Constant, and I did get to do one! That was a dream match for what? Where are you guys living? Connecticut.
That's why it's the CT Street Fight.
Yeah, that's why we call it CT Street Fight, is Connecticut.
I think, though, you did do the match against Constant, but you did it as Painkiller, so maybe do a rematch, maybe?
Yeah. I think I want to... You should have a whole characters. The Fallen.
See,
all above which were... Twitch Adjuster.
Do they mean us?
Us? Ooh. That's why I wanted to do with Painkiller, see how far I could take it into that direction, but then it didn't make sense. But maybe you guys should keep a little eye on BYD in the next few months. Maybe you'll see something. Maybe.
I was
Just
thinking
keep an
about,
eye on it.
I was thinking about horror character for a while because I can see I like horror movies, but I never had the chance and I can't pull it off.
Yeah.
I'm not a scary person. I was gonna do a crazy gimmick on multiple points. Like when I
That's
first
Mooncat.
debuted,
Mooncat.
but he was partially the one to suggest me not to do a crazy gimmick because he said it wouldn't fit with Solitaire.
Then you got to do it with Mooncat.
I didn't do it well, which is why I cut it. I personally cut it short because I felt like I couldn't do it completely right.
Okay, there's a few questions. Do you know a fire match? I want to do fire. It was almost fireball into the CTC fight. Are there any surprises in the future?
Wow.
Yes. Oh my god. The general manager has some good surprises. I think the general manager is a good guy. Outside of his character, yes, he's a heel, but are there any surprises? Oh no, I read that twice. I thought that was a new thing.
Dumbass.
I like the general manager. Outside.
Yeah.
He,
Very creative dude.
very creative, works hard, does a lot of things, edits, does commentary, plans everything. He's a real general manager, real deal.
I said that in my interview that I did that he is indeed the real GM. He is definitely a pretty good one at that in my mind.
You tables, ladders, and chairs match.
I did one.
You did one. It was
Not exactly
it's not
heel
full.
tape.
I think you should do another full one. You do a whole roster team up against general manager Jeremiah. Yes, he would do it though. He would do it. Like he doesn't even care. Like he likes it. Like just going out losing. It's
He plays the character well. I'll be like referee or like backstage watching it, and it's just him being like, eh. It's just fucking hilarious. He does it well. I want GM versus Constant though. Now think about it.
Oh yes. Who would win? Who would actually win?
Yeah, the GM has won before.
Speaking of roster, yes, he has. Speaking of roster team-ups, I think every roster member standing on the hill in general, watching to see, in 90-degree heat, watching to see if I would lose was possibly one of the greatest things I've ever experienced in my career. So, quick thank you to everyone on the roster for watching. A lot of the Solitaire guys were on the chat besides Cyclone, had to get a closer look. How sore were you the next day after you left, sir? I don't have much bruises now, but I was bruised for quite a while. I went into my regular job, and I was just like, oh my god. And every time I walk into places, they saw the bruises, and everyone was so confused. You should HAC, I think that's how... What's HAC? Do you know?
Fuck if I know.
I don't know what that means.
Sorry, I'm not supposed to. I don't want this to be taken out.
But yeah, I was covered in bruises for such a long time, and it was worth it though. See, I also thought it was possibly my last match, so I was like, oh, I'll die for this. It's like Constant in your team. Constant N would do it.
He had his own team though.
He was almost in Solitaire. I think there was an idea to get him in Solitaire.
There were many ideas apparently for him to rejoin Blood Ritual. There's a few ideas for Constant to do a few other things. I think his main team he wants right now is the Completely Ready and Prepared.
I think he wants to do more with the team, more comedy. He likes doing things like that. How old were you when you first started wrestling? Do you want? Can you not do the math?
I guess I could do the math. 20. Was it 20?
Was it 19 possibly?
Maybe.
Yes. Constant N.
I don't know why is that person celebrating.
I don't know. Constant N though. Also, I like Constant N backstage. I think anyone who's just willing to lose to anyone and put anyone over is nice. That's why, not to toot my own horn, I was so adamant to put over Elise, is because, you gotta set a standard, and that's what the GM does when he just acts like a bitch to anyone and puts anyone over. You set that standard, which you gotta do backstage is, you gotta be the first to be the nice guy, in my opinion. You gotta be the first to put people over, you gotta be the first to jump in and volunteer to lose. Anyone can volunteer to win, but if you're jumping in volunteering to lose, That's something. And that's why Constantine was given the tag team titles, was so much losing, and he got so much support from literally never winning. And then,
another person to always jump in and lose is Leonidas, actually. He's the one to always take the pin in matches. We sometimes have to be like, okay, Leonidas, you have taken enough pins, basically.
Okay, when is Kato coming back?
God, I was actually not expecting to... Wow.
Kato, ooh.
Some of the fans have been very silent on Kato for the past couple of weeks. We got comments for a while we kept seeing.
Okay, I answered the Kato thing in the second. How long did it take you to learn moves?
We're still learning.
Still learning.
Still practicing every day.
Practice every day, learn every day. Never think you're good is always my thing. Because then you get to settle into your thing, and that's why
You can see when no offense to some wrestlers, you can see when they get complacent, when they think they're
in every company.
Good.
In every company.
Yeah, like you can see in WWE, AEW, if somebody's complacent and they think they're already the best they can be, you can see it because they get lazy.
I think that's why I wanted to do the Painkiller partly, was just to do something new and push myself to finally try to be a heel. And no one wanted me to be a heel.
The fans, the roster, no one.
No one wanted this. I got bullied. What is the hardest move you ever did? You with the handspring. I still like that.
That took me a while. I really wanted to do the handspring as I was starting to do more high offense.
Oh, hi to whoever said hi.
Huh.
Yeah,
I wanted to keep doing more
what's
high
the thing though? Where you roll over the rolling senton or whatever? The rolling fireman's carry?
Oh yeah, that one. That is a rolling fireman's carry.
I think the hardest move I had was a single arm pedigree, just because it's hard to not make someone plants face forwards, depending. I don't think I have any challenging moves, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't think I have that impressive of a moveset.
You didn't answer the one about Kato.
Okay, but to stop. Next 30 minutes. I don't know. Yes, I did. Okay, Kato. I don't know if I could watch VOD on a weekly basis. I think... do you think I can say... Watch the Instagram. How about super kick? I still don't... I need to perfect my super kick. I think I just did it, like, in a match, and it's just like, oh, I can actually do this. Like, I'd never tried... Pile driver. The pile driver and not destroying someone is really hard.
Oh my god, watching you get the pile driver, I was like, oh my god, this could be the end of the match.
Any dives, actually, is really hard.
I can definitely say, when I did the outside dive recently, that was very much like intimidating tax. Like that was like my first time hitting it in a match, so I was like, oh god, I'm like about to break my neck.
Rex, how many companies have you been in?
How many companies?
What about Claymore? The Claymore has been mastered, in my opinion, by Twisted Jester, and has been mastered by Red Ace. They are pretty good at it. How many companies have you been in?
BYWE. I would like to do other companies eventually, maybe.
I would like to do real independent wrestling. The first thing I need, like this match, technically, I don't own the design for, so I want to get my own original match, and then start indie wrestling. And yeah.
Just get a gummy bear, Max.
Get a gummy bear. I would. That would be great. But, so, basically, let's see, we're gonna leave him. Would you ever join WWE? I know Lex, that's a definite yes from him. Yes. I would join WWE. I would most of all like to, I think I would definitely like to do NXT. I think due to size and weight, they would put me in 205 Live, which I have no problem with. 205 Live is actually on a very good stand right now, and they have good wrestlers and some of the most talented wrestlers. But I would do WWE any day, anytime. AEW, any day, anytime. ROH, any company, I would 100% do it. That's the dream, if I could. Are friends with any other company? I have been messaged by a wrestler or two. Mainly, I've only really been backyard wrestlers message me, and same with, I believe, other BYW people. What is your opinion on Vince McMahon? Okay, controversial opinion. Vince McMahon, he is not perfect. Not perfect whatsoever. But he is... He made wrestling, like, basic. I know wrestling was a thing before, but sports entertainment and wrestling being taken to another level, Vince McMahon made it. And I know he's not popular because he does mess up a lot and, doesn't push the right people sometimes. He's not perfect, but wrestling wouldn't be the same without Vince McMahon. And that's 100%. And that's not just me kissing ass. Vince McMahon, I think I said it to you. If there was a Mount Rushmore for people not in ring and just people outside the ring, Vince McMahon deserves to be on there. Love or hate him, he's like Jeremiah. I mean, yeah. I think there's a lot of inspiration in Jeremiah. I think Jeremiah... wait, one sec. I think Jeremiah is another good comparison is Vicky Guerrero. Is because he's just like, he tries to annoy you and get under your skin. Or like a Paul Heyman kind of like sleazy, you want to punch him. Or like Eric Bischoff in that way because he's like, you just want to punch him but you can't.
Yeah, and the roster can't either, which is great, which is why the rule kept being brought up multiple times of, you can't hit the gym or you are fired!
He always used to be like, you cannot hit me! Like no one would even be swinging towards him, you cannot hit me! Are you a teenager? No. Not a teenager.
We said our age.
All above, teenager age. What about Triple H? So much respect for Triple H.
Yeah, but...
Triple H was not a booker and then just became one out of nowhere. Started NXT. He does a lot of things right. I think NXT isn't perfect, but Triple H is... He's the man, He respects independent wrestling. Respects wrestling in general. You can't knock the man. Triple H, and he had a good in-ring career. Solid wrestler. Gotta love Triple H. What are you about to say, though?
I said the best thing about Vince McMahon and our GM is the fact that you love to hate them so much. And it's a skill that they mastered that is like, no matter what they do, you hate them, but you love to hate them. It's great.
Yeah. What about Stephanie? There's nothing to say. She plays her character well. I think she's does a lot of more management stuff pretty well. I don't know if she actually plans her books or anything. I think there was one or two matches she should have lost. I think she faced one of the Bella twins, and I thought she should have lost that. But I get why. And she doesn't do a lot of matches, so it didn't really hold in the long run. But what were you about to say? Before I know what to do? I don't even know. I think there's a lot of people I respect. I think I respect pretty much any booker, any person who plans it, any person who tries to take wrestling to the next level. People like Tony Khan at All Elite. A lot of people who run New Japan. I know it switches off regularly, so like Antonio Inoki was a big guy helping with Japan. So favorite wrestler, The Undertaker. My favorite Undertaker is definitely, I think, is the best wrestler of all time. I think one of my favorites is John Cena. John Cena and Mankind, Mick Foley, if you can't tell by my recent things. I think I also Big Show and Jay the King Lawler.
There's going to be some weird choices and mixtures here, but of course, can't not say The Undertaker and John Cena, but I really like Rey Mysterio, Goldust, and The Miz. Which is why, when I was a heel, one or two of the roster members kept comparing me to Tyler Breeze and shit. It's no. I'm I wanted to be kind of like The Miz when he was at his heel height.
Big Show, yes. Someone said Hulk Hogan. You were the biggest Hulk Hogan fan when you were younger.
When you were 7 years old and you watch all this vintage shit, how can you not like Hulk Hogan?
Mine was Andre the Giant.
How can you not like these guys?
How can you not like Andre or Hulk? I get Hulk is bad now, but...
Which is why I don't say him anymore. Because
yeah, that's
with
why.
so many also good wrestlers nowadays, how can you pick... No offense to Hulk Hogan, but he was good at his time, but compared to some of the wrestlers of modern day, there's so much technical sound in the ring in comparison.
We also got Stone Cold, The Rock, two greatest of all time.
Bray Wyatt. It's a good
Bray Wyatt.
person.
Oh, I love Bray Wyatt and Zack Ryder. I don't even care if Zack Ryder ever does things. Good luck in AEW, by the way. Kane, yes. Kane is so underrated. Like Stone Cold and The Rock, they are icons. Kane, he literally deserves to be up there. Like, Kane is great, and I think he's underrated.
The Boogeyman. I thought the Boogeyman was underrated.
Stop.
I missed the Boogeyman.
Roman Reigns. Underrated. I'm sorry. He gets so much hate, but I feel like it's because he's overbooked. And maybe if there's a little fix to booking, Roman Reigns would be in a strong suit. Gotta respect. Especially, he came back after everything. So much respect,
man.
So much respect for Roman Reigns. I don't know if any regular person, like, he had the money to do like the more high end stuff, I think, but like, that you gotta respect Roman.
True question for you though. What would you do if you were Roman Reigns and you're getting like that much heat no matter what you do? Everyone hated you. What would you do?
I think I got a lot of heat when turning heel in my mind for like a small company, but you just gotta power through it, and I think that's what he does. I think he knows he's doing his job.
See, I felt like he needed a change up in order to get the fans more behind him.
We got Dean Ambrose. I would love to do a match with Dean Ambrose.
I would like to see
that match. I think all of our roster loves Dean Ambrose.
Especially John Moxley as well.
Yeah, John Moxley now. Papa Shango. I loved Papa Shango when I was younger. Then everyone's like, Papa Shango was not a big deal. And I was like, wait a minute, what? I love Papa Shango.
The Godfather.
APA versus Road Warriors. Yes, any day. Seth Rollins. He's almost perfect in ring.
That's why I think he's the reason
Him
why
and
AJ
Styles. AJ Styles he's great. You can't deny. Especially outside of the E. Like, he makes him, Bobby Roode, James Storm, and a few others made me love Impact and TNA. Jake the Snake Roberts, perfect. Should have been world champion. Any day I would say Jake the Snake is on my list. Jake the Snake, Mr. Perfect, Roddy Piper, and a few others who should have been world champion. And if the fact that they didn't is sad.
Dude, when I was a little kid, finding out that Roddy Piper was never world champion was so disappointing. I thought he was for a little bit.
Same with Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, I think it was you who told me, like, no, go on Wikipedia. He never was. I was like, how was he not?
I love Gangrel. I think Fallen definitely takes a lot of things from some of these wrestlers like Papa Shango and Gangrel.
A lot of us are vintage wrestling fans. I do know that.
Ric Flair. Shawn Michaels. No one. You didn't even say Shawn Michaels. One of the best. Shawn Michaels a Macho Man. One of the best from their generations. Ric Flair gets all the credit. Like, what am I gonna say about Ric Flair? Like, they're nice. They're very nice. Macho Man is great. I think another was the Dragon Steamboat. Ricky was great. Vader, mostly outside of the E, but did do some good stuff in the E, was great. So sad when Vader. All these wrestlers, when you grow up watching them and you see them pass away, it's kind of like, Jerry Lawler.
That's why I do the fist drop. It's because of Jerry the King Lawler. I do my fist drop in honor of Jerry.
Is one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion. The true original independent wrestler is Jerry the King Lawler. Papa Shango versus Gangrel.
Did that happen?
No, I don't think that happened.
Hey,
Rosie and the Hurricane. Stand back. Rosie passing away.
I love the Hurricane. When he came into the Royal Rumble that one time, I was like, fuck yeah.
Butts announcer Jim Moss. You gotta say it, yeah. Okay, we're getting a lot of off-topic things. Thank you guys for joining us for this Q&A. Solitaire Q&A now, it's not just mine. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want, let us know. If you want to see anyone else do a live Q&A.
We don't have any say in if they do or if they don't. So.
This has been Blue Spade, Greenie, Pinky, and Silver. Bye! I'm gonna send a comment out, actually.